I did quite a lot of welding for a friend of mine about a year ago, and in payment he bought us this Dewalt grinder. It's been no trouble at all. It's been a nice grinder to use until last weekend when it went off with a bang and all the magic smoke got out of it. The smoke was coming from in here, so I'm hoping it's possibly just the wire that's failed. I've obviously got unplugged, isolated from the mains. I'll pull the side off and have a look inside and so I can see what's gone wrong with it. It has done quite a lot of work, but not a ridiculous amount. It's not in use every day. I'm hoping this cover will just pull off. Well, I think you can see that's probably the cause of the bang and the smoke. You see the wire there is actually worked right through. I mean, before it went off with a bang, it was starting and stopping. It wasn't working properly, and that's obviously what happened. The wires have just pure and simply done a little bit. That's where it flexes all the time. So we'll just scrap the wire and put a new lead onto it. Be a good time to blow all the dust out the inside of here when it's apart. And I'll also take the front off there and put some new grease into the gear housing as well. It's just two wires are live and neutral. There's no earth on any of these modern grinders. Are all double insulated. Yeah, they go down into there. And this bit here has got to lift out. That's the switch. You see the switch on the side works there. What I'll do, I'll take a quick picture of this from my telephone. It makes it so much easier to put back together if you've got a picture to work off. I often do this at work when I'm taking complex bits of cars apart. You take a quick picture, then you can simply bring it back up on your camera, on your phone, and it's all there in Technicolor, so you can't go wrong. Right. Right. That's the on-off switch there. See all the dust and crap inside. I'll get some brake cleaner on and wash all that out. That's the lever there that operates the switch. We're starting to feel a bit notchy. It's all this. It's full of shite we're grinding. I'll get some wire and we'll repair it. This is the wire I'm going to use to replace the damaged lead with. It's actually a wire from the old hedge cutter. It's nice, flexible, decent quality wire. They're not marked lab neutral, but I'll just do change one at a time. And what I'll do, I'll put a little bit of solder on the end of the wire just to replicate that little brass crimped on the end. That will go under there and nip in nice and tightly. Do the line going first. Something pushes under there. That tightens onto it. That's nice, it'll make a nice contact. Better than just wrapping a wire around the screw. And this is a quality grinder, it's an expensive grinder, so it's worth repairing. You can actually buy an angle grinder for less than £10, but they're obviously on the same quality as this one. Yeah, I've got the switch in, there's a picture of the switch. God, I get this bastard through. Anyway, you can see there's a picture of the switch, and there's the switch, and you can see I've got it in exactly the same way it came out. Next thing is the cable grip. See how it goes. The two wires go underneath there, into there, underneath there, and that drops down onto there, and that stops you from pulling the wire out, anchors the wire. So we'll put one screw back in there. I've blown all the muck and shite out of there. Put the cover back on. Made the fatal mistake. I always do this. There's a plug on the end of there, and I forgot to put on the rubber sheath for the cable guide. That bit there that goes in, it's important, so I'll take the plug off. The plug's the easiest thing to take off. It's not the first time I've done that, it'll not be the last neither. That locks into there. And it just stops the cable bending tightly in that area there to try and prevent what's happening from happening. I'll put the plug back on and we'll give it a try, and then take the end of the gearbox and put some new grease in. And then I'm going to power it up. Right, it's unplugged. Now we're going to take the cover off here and put some new grease in. Right, as you can see, it's as dry as a witch's tit in there. There's plenty of grease there, but it's all in the wrong place. It seems decent quality grease as well. Put some of this grease in. It's basically the sort of grease used for car wheel bearings, a general purpose grease. I mean, normally I try and pull these grinders apart like this probably once a year and just repack these with grease. Makes a massive difference. That's actually got a nice seal on there to keep the grinding muck out of it. Like I say, with a cheap grinder you wouldn't bother, but this is a good grinder and a friend of mine did buy it for us, so I want to try and look after it. Right, I'll power up again. And that's definitely quieter. They're never going to be totally quiet, but that's certainly better than it was. So the grinder lives to fight another day. I think that's possibly one of the worst things it can do as well. Wrap the wire around it like that. People do it. It's obviously putting stress on the wire. This is the metal set of drawers I bought at the steam rally last Sunday. These are very handy for storing tools in. You can get a lot of tools into a small space. This one's, it's a decent one. It's very, very thick metal. A lot of the modern ones are horrible and flimsy. All I do is give them a coat of grey paint. I took the stainless steel handles off, the chrome handles off, so I can get a nice finish on it. It's had one coat. I'll give it another coat of grey paint. Find somewhere to put it in the workshop, and I can start filling up with tools. They're ideal for storing drills in, spanners, anything you want really. Put a little label on, and you can see you get a lot of stuff stored safely in a small space. This is the paint I use quite a lot of. It's simply floor paint for painting county garage floors. It covers well, it dries really hard, and it's not expensive. I also use these paint rollers. When I first saw them I didn't rate them until I started to use them, and they are really first class. Gloves help as well. If you line the little paint tray you get with some aluminium foil, some cooking foil, it saves you having to wash the tray out. You just simply throw the foil away and your tray remains nice and clean. I don't bother painting the inside, obviously I just paint the bits you can see. But it does cover really well. You get a good finish as well with these rollers. No brush marks. I mean, somebody that doesn't know how to paint can in fact get a very acceptable result. See how easy it goes on. And here's a nice colour for workshop equipment. Basically, once you're finished painting, you just discard the roller because they're very inexpensive. And with using the silver paper in the tray, There's very little, if any, paint. Look, it's had a hole in the bastard. So I'll have to wash that out anyway. But it's not the end of the world. Just remains to say once again, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and a massive thanks to everybody who's still sending in well wishes towards Debbie wife. Once again, thanks very much. Bastard, clumsy twat. Thanks for clicking the like button. Bollocks.